Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, CAP Teaches, formerly known as Capri Learning. So, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, have you always wondered what's the best way and the most engaging way to be able to create more engaging thumbnails and more cool and awesome thumbnails, just so you can be able to get not only more people to click on your videos, but more people to be able to listen to your content? Because that's, whether you know it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the most main and important factors on being able to get more people to tune into your videos. What do they notice usually first before they usually tune into your videos and click on your videos? The thumbnails. Yes, the thumbnails. Without further ado, stay tuned, because I'm going to show you one of the best ways, a tutorial, by showing you an app on one of the best ways to get some of the most engaging and eye-catching thumbnails. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here's some Google images on behalf of quote-unquote son husbands, or another term for them would be usually mama's boys. Anyway, I wanted to show you a perfect example on how to go by creating an awesome thumbnail. Okay, I'm going to start out with this thumbnail here, and I'm going to click on the visit button so I can be able to show you the actual standard thumbnail if I'm able to find it. If not, I'm going to click on another thumbnail pertaining to the same subject, son husbands. So this one right here is a perfect example. So what I'm going to do is screenshot it first and foremost. After that, I'm going to crop it. And for some of you who may not be familiar with that term, crop, that's just mainly minimizing images to suit your preferences, this aspect ratios of images that you take pictures of after recording or taking pictures of images on your screen. Anyway, okay, after screenshotting it, this is my gallery right here, and the picture after it's been cropped. And excuse me because I have a slight cold, people. My apologies, by the way. Okay, I'm going to, by the way, this is on an Android phone. And I'm going to go to the video editing app, actually photo editing app by the name of Blender. And I'm going to click on create design. So we're going to wait as AI does its thing. Now, what you see right here is how the background has been completely removed. So watch this, people. I'm going to pick a background. Now I could either pick one of these colors as an option, even if I wanted to do gradient colors, a gradient color theme. Where I thought I could somehow be able to do a combination of colors, purple mixed with blue, yellow, those kind of things. So forgive me on that, but that's what it's meant by gradient, just a mixture or a chameleon color with one color. In other words, one color combined with a combination of all other kind of colors at the same time. Similar for some of you who may want me to elaborate more, if some of you who may have seen cars in person that may happen to be one color, for instance, maybe purple, only to change from purple to green to blue, which is classified as a flip-flop paint job or chameleon paint job. Well, that's similar to what's meant by gradient, a gradient color theme. Anyway, I just use this as a prime example of how to change your backgrounds, change your thumbnails for all you content creators that always have wanted to know how to go, what's the best way to go by having more engaging thumbnails. So once again, this is the actual image before it was edited, before it was modified. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to click this back arrow. I'm going to add some text to it. Then you can also move the text around. Let me finish editing because I forgot to add something else. Another quotation mark. But like I was just stating, you could move the text around according to your preferences. In other words, if you wanted to move it right here to the very top, you could do so. If you wanted to move it right here more towards the middle of the screen, you could do so. Or have it right above them like this, you could do so by dragging it. So I'm going to pick to resize it. Also, let me move this up just a tad bit to right there. And let me click on this resize button. These are the different aspect ratios you could choose from. So I'm going to choose this one, which is the most popular when it comes to creating thumbnails. And if you want to change the color of the font of the words, for instance, you want to change it from black to gray, that's gray. Even if you want to enlarge it, let me show you how to enlarge it. Just drag this right here where it says font size, how much you wanted it to expand it to, how much bigger you want to enlarge it. But then again, if you do it this way, you will be barely able to see the punctuation, the quotation marks. So I'm going to minimize it some to around this dimension. Pick done. And I personally prefer to pick white, to have the text in white, because that's a much more popular color. And I just like white font over any other color font. It's just according to your preference, once again, people. So I'm going to show you also, when that being said, first I'm going to save this thumbnail. I pick save. And then if you would like to save it in either HD or standard quality, you could, it's up to you. Now for HD, you will have to pay a tad bit of money, not a whole lot. I forgot how much it is for the pro membership, but it's not even $5 if I'm not mistaken. Personally, I would just pick to start out with the standard plan. Done. Now, bear with me, folks. And I also wanted to show you something else. You want to add a text backdrop. So I'm going to go back to it, edit it. Now to choose a text backdrop to add more personality to it, I'm going to pick recent, expand it by dragging. Move it up a tad bit. Now for the color, I personally will pick gray. Now, the tricky thing is, I know some of you wonder, how will you be able to move it behind the words. And with that being said, okay, what you'll do, you'll see once you press these three dots, you'll see at the bottom of this app these options right here. So I'm going to pick backwards, and it's just that easy. If you want to move it to the front, you will press forward, backwards, right behind the words, just press that backward button. Now, if you want to delete it, press delete. But I'm going to bring it back. And there's a number of different kinds of backdrops for you to pick, even in the form of GIFs as well. Although I personally would prefer an actual sticker as a text backdrop. These also are some examples of text backgrounds to choose from as well. That's an example, but I don't like that one. I personally prefer to use this one. Once again, I'm going to drag it right here to exactly where I want it on the screen, which would be behind the words, the title, and the thumbnail. And I'm going to pick what color I want, which is gray, and move it right behind the words. Now, I'm going to save it. Save it to my gallery. Choose the standard quality plan. Now, I'm going to go to my other YouTube channel, which is already saved. Pick to manage my videos. Now, here's the actual video right here with a different kind of thumbnail. Now, if you want to change the thumbnail, this is the actual thumbnail that I chose instead. But if I want to change the thumbnail, for instance, I could choose one that's already automatically saved and AI generated, which would be either this one, or the one that I just saved on the app Blender, which would be this. Click done, saved. Now, as you see, there's the thumbnail, the brand new thumbnail right here that I just, as a result of me using the app Blender. With that being said, folks, I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, you guys have a good day.